All right, this is it's not comp. This is penny number one. But I want to do a little bit of a deeper dive into this penny. If you watch the all right, so you can click you can click the link at the end because I'm going to make this into a long video. I'll also do a short on it. Some people just like watching shorts. No pun intended. And you could see right away what the error is. And this is an error, right? You got to wonder, right? How did that happen? How did that humongous die chip get on this penny? I wonder what they're worth. That's what people always ask me. That is the most common question I get is how much is this worth? Like every other question is how much is that worth? Or is this worth or that worth? And then the other question I get is, do you want to buy my pennies? So now here I am asking the same question. I wonder what it's worth. It's so interesting. Like, is this worth, if I had to take a guess, I mean, that's pretty big. The penny's in nice condition. Man, look at those die cracks, man. It's such an interesting and unique coin. I found it in episode 600 and I think 681. Let me check again. Come on. What's wrong with this computer? No, 682. So if you want to see the full penny roll, like penny roll hunt, like I said, you can click the link at the end of the video, or you can type 681 into the search bar for the channel. It'll come right up. Let me go a little closer. Okay, instead of moving the coin, look at that beautiful die chip right there at the end of the building, the stairs. Too bad it doesn't have also have a flare G, right? Because it's the 88. Let me look at this under the loop real quick. So somehow, oh, it looks like there's another little dot next to it. You see that? Looks like there's another little dot right there. So I can't, the zoom on this isn't that awesome on this camera, unfortunately. I don't know how well you can see that. You can see the beautiful die crack coming out and going into it, right? Die crack goes out, die spike, excuse me. Die spike crack, I don't know if there's a difference. Die spike goes out, and then it comes out the other side and it goes up the stairs. But under the under the loop, on the magnification, you can see all the beautiful texturing of it's like layers. There's like layers right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. See if I can go a little closer. See that? There's like these layers on this die chip. I just wonder like where it came from. It must have been on the planchet itself, because it has the electroplating over it. So it didn't come afterwards, or it wouldn't have the reason why the electroplating is missing right there is because it's a very high point. So that's just from touching. So it's just worn out. That's all. But the electroplating is everywhere else. Okay, so what does something like this go for? It's a die chip penny. So let's just, oh my God, it just knocked over all the pennies. Let me pause this. All right, so let's look together to see what die chip pennies are selling for. So this one has a very something, I don't know. It's got to be a big die chip like the one we got. All right, I'm in buy it now. I'm not looking at auctions because we're never gonna, and I'm not gonna include the letter die chips because it's a totally different thing. They call these the filled in B, the filled in R, whatever. The the filled in 9. So we're not going to include any, no cuds, right? This is not a cud. Oh, okay. This is going to take a while. I don't think we're going to find anything for $1 or $2. Let me make sure I have it on 240 also. All right. And something a little bit large. We're looking for a little bit of a larger die chip, not on the edge, not on, also not on a on the wheat stalk, and not on the rim. Right. So I'll stop when I see at least a little bit of a bigger one. I'm not looking at the prices while I'm doing this. I'm just, you see how they have the die spikes. I said die cracks. I don't know. Some people might call them die crack. And I'm not including the wheat stalk ones. Or the shield blips. Not that either. They're more common. The one that I have here is much less common. The shield ones. These are more common. I'm not saying they're not cool. I would love to find them. The filled in letters, no. No, I'm looking for one that's in a more of a random place. And it's got to be pretty big. Oh man! All right, let me jump up a little bit. I don't think we're gonna find it for at that price. Let me go to. All right, we're at $5 here. Any big? See again the wheat stalks. These are much more common. The letters. All right, you might have to go a little past this too. We're not going to see any for. I mean, to me, it's more like a. I think it's like a $20 penny. All right, here we go. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll show it at $7-8. Let's see. They still show. See the wheat stalk. Again, it's just more common. This is something very unusual. The one that we got there. All right. All right. And the letters you see in between the letters. Nah. All right. Let's keep going. All right. That's a pretty big jump to $50. Maybe I went too far. Let me go one earlier. That's my little pointer falling off the desk. Let me go one earlier. I'll go to 9. What's 9 going to take us to? 25. All right, let's see what we got. All right, that's the beehive. And it says it right here. It says beehive. Over to the side, it says beehive. Yeah. So what we have is not a beehive. It's a big, and the beehives are, for some reason, they're right there in the columns. This is not a beehive. We're looking for a nice big die chip on the stairs. So someone even might know. Maybe it has a certain name, the die chip on the stairs. And it's an 88. Here's an 89. I don't understand is this the die? Is that a die chip? I don't. Oh yeah. That's the die chip there. It's off the side of the stairs over the FG. That's pretty cool. $25. Ours is a little different than that. That one's cool. I think ours is nicer than that. So this is the process. People are always saying, "What's that word?" Huh? This is what you got to do. You got to look. You got to see the filled in R. Yeah. And I was saying $20, $30, $40 die chip. Might be more. The beehive. Here's another beehive. The beehives used to be $5. They're you can see now they're 25, $30. I have a big bee. I have a few bee. I have like 3 beehives. I think I even bought one once when they were like $5 a piece. It was a really nice one. I said I'll pay $5. Even though I find them for $5, I bought one. It was an auction. Just don't see any really good die chips, man. Yeah, see that's not that good. That's pretty cool looking. Minor. See, this is a minor die chip. Let's see what a minor die chip looks like. It's got the filled. It's got the filled in. A 9. And it's pretty cool how they gave it the attribute. Right? I think that's called the attribution. Attribution minor die chip. I think ours might. I wonder if ours would be considered minor, or maybe is there something between minor and major? It's bigger than this. It's way bigger than that. All right, let's keep going. All right, we're at $40 now. We're going to be on that $50 page soon. In the letters again. I mean, this one's nice. That's a nice LIB or whatever they're called. Minor die chip. How big is this minor die chip? You know what? I want to see what a major die. The major die chips, they have some that are used. Where's it at? Is it in the 6? Make sure it's not the reverse. It must be in the 6. He doesn't even show it. He's got a little die chip, the R maybe. I don't know. 1960 small day MS64. Doesn't even look that good. You got an MS64. All kind of stuff going on with this one, huh? This isn't valuable. This one has no. This has no value. I don't know. Anyway, the die. That's a look at that die spike. That's a huge one. All right, so hold on. I'm gonna. Oh, die chip. I want to put in major. Major die chip. Let's see what comes up for major die chip. There's the beehive again. That one's $5. That's a small one. Here's a big one on top of the. It's a blister. That's not a die chip. That's a blister. Oh, that's a pretty cool die chip. $10. Ours is bigger and nicer than that. That's a delamination. They don't even have one. They have no major die chips. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Okay. All right. Let's finish this off. 13 minutes is too long, but that's how long it takes. You know, when you're working with pennies and coins and you find something interesting, that's big, man. Is it a major die chip? I don't know. It's much bigger than a little blob that they got the filled in letters. Let me take a picture for the what's that called? The thumbnail. If I had to put a price on it, the coin's in really nice condition. Also, that's really nice, man. I'm gonna say $100. I got to be honest with you. $50 on the low side, between 50 and 100. How's that? If I had to put a range, could be more, but not. I don't see it selling for less than 50. I think someone would buy this for $50 pretty quickly. So, all right, leave your comments below. I found this during, like I said, during episode 681. I thought it was pretty cool, and I would do like a little longer video like I just did here to show how much something like this could be worth. Please click like and subscribe.